What is going on, guys? For just an action chapter, this chapter of Tokyo Ghoul Re was fucking fantastic. Like, I am so in love with Tokyo Ghoul right now. For the past month or so, every single chapter just keeps hitting harder and hitting harder. And this one, especially that end though, Kaneki eating a full Kakuja. Like the lower half of Eto, who we know is a full Kakuja. Oh my god, his centipede is about to get a major upgrade. It might not even be a centipede anymore. Who knows what his Kakuja form is going to be. Kaneki is back eating ghouls, man. He is about to go the fuck in. Now, one thing I don't like about this chapter is that this kind of confirms that no matter how badass and calm and collected a ghoul may be, if they get damaged enough, lose enough blood or something along those lines, they turn psychotic. Like, I never really wanted to see Eto turn psychotic like this, like how she was just blabbering nonsense. Although there are a few things that she said that I think are kind of important, but I'll get to that in a second. So, like, we saw this happen with Uri, we saw this happen with Kaneki, definitely Kaneki, especially with the torture scene from Yamori, and almost his entire time being white-haired Kaneki. Like, whenever he gets damaged, he goes insane. We've seen it in a few other ghouls, and someone as big and bad as Eto, because so far she's been shown to be like the strongest or the most badass bad ghoul that we've seen. So just the fact that she can also turn psychotic, you know, like that, it just is like, our ghouls like chemically imbalanced or something, and when they get hurt they just turn to fucking monsters or something? Because that's the feeling I'm getting, and I really didn't want to categorize ghouls like that. But anyway, like I said, she was just spouting nonsense this entire chapter. It really reminds me of when Kaneki first went centipede, how he was talking about his fingers on a bench or some crap like that, and her rambling sounded even more crazy than Kaneki's. But there are three things that she said that I think are important. The first being when she said she'll make Kaneki her child. The second being, stop running, just die, like let me kill you. And then the third one when she said, you and I, Kaneki, we are just alike. I love you. Now, those are three very, very conflicting statements. She wants him to be her child, she wants to kill him, yet she loves him. But the question is, what does Eto really think of Kaneki? Does she see him as an experiment, you know, a project? Does she really want to take him under her wing? Does she really love him? Does she have this strange ass crush on him? There's so many things that can be taken out of what she said to him throughout this chapter. It's completely obvious throughout the past few chapters that she wanted to bring something out of Kaneki, how she was like teasing him, saying, well, Arima could do this, Arima could do that, you'll never get on his level, and just, you know, antagonizing him, because all she really had to do was just kill him right then and there before he turned into this red-haired Kaneki. So what she wants is a complete mystery. Like, I have no idea what she truly wants from him, but it's obvious that she does have some sort of plan, and I'm not buying that she's dead. She's not dead right now. It's too early for Eto, aka Takatsuki, to be out of the picture. Even though we see Kaneki eating on her cooch right now, this is not the end of Eto. And we kind of get a little tiny insight of what Kaneki this really is, like at the end when he says, how flattering, Takatsuki, depending on what translation you're reading. But he says Takatsuki, which we've never heard Sasuke say her name. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think he may have when he was talking about reading in some of the earlier read chapters. But we know that Kaneki, the black-haired Kaneki at the beginning of this story, was in love with Takatsuki. Like, that was his favorite author. So for him to refer to her as, no, Takatsuki, that means that it has to be the mentality of the first Kaneki, at least the knowledge of everything that's going on. Like, he remembers everything. That's what this chapter right here tells me. And that he's not insane, he's not going crazy. This is not the white-haired Kaneki that's just going batshit crazy because he's damaged. He's not mentally unstable right now. He seems to be calm, because like how he just looked down and said her name just made me think that he is actually thinking his actions through. This is not the white-haired Kaneki that's just swinging around crazy, talking bullshit, just spouting nonsense because he had a centipede in his ear. This is Kaneki. This is pure Kaneki. I've said this before, but this chapter, in my opinion, even though we just got a few words from Kaneki, I think this confirms. And I don't think Kaneki, aka Sasuke, is going to be able to play this off, because we see the investigator Ui, I think his name is, walking up and seeing Kaneki just devouring the lower half of Eto. So I don't think that he can play Sasuke and get back into the CCG. I think that this is time that it's going to be Kaneki versus the CCG. Like, he's not a Ghoul investigator anymore. This is the point of no return. An investigator just, witnessing Kaneki revert back to being a Ghoul. So unless Ui keeps it under wraps and walks away right now, but if Kaneki turns around and sees him looking at him, it's done. Like right now, I can actually see Kaneki just murdering him, because we don't know exactly 100% of Kaneki's motivation and intentions as of now, but he's not going to let anyone put him in danger right now. So if he sees a Ghoul investigator looking at him eating a fucking Kakuja, he's going to say, nope, off with your fucking head. Kaneki, this one right here, this Kaneki does not play. And even if Ui did walk away right now and pretend like he didn't see anything and keep it under wraps, like keep his mouth closed, I do not see this Kaneki, as badass and as not giving a fuck as he is right now. I do not see him playing Sasuke anymore and going back to the CCG and pretending to live out his life as if he were still, how he was when he lost his memories. I do not see that happening unless there's something that he wants from the CCG, so he kind of, plays along with it for a little while, but I don't see this Kaneki doing that. But tell me what you guys thought about this awesome chapter. The action was amazing. I truly, truly hope that season 3 or 4 of Tokyo Ghoul, whenever this content gets animated, stays canon. None of that Route A crap, because I want to see this exact chapter animated exactly how it is. So what is next for Kaneki? How much of an upgrade is he about to get for eating the one-eyed king herself? What's up with Eto? What kind of relationship does she see herself in with Kaneki? And the fact that she said that they are a lot of like they are exactly alike, I think she said, it's kind of true, because Eto has been half human, half Ghoul way longer than Kaneki, and it seems like she is the outcome of being in both worlds for such a long time. Like Kaneki, he's been a half Ghoul, half human for a few years, but Takatsuki has been her whole life. So I think that Kaneki can become what Takatsuki is, meaning that if he lets this hatred of Ghoul, like the humans' hatred for Ghouls and some Ghouls' hatred for humans get to him, he can be a product of this hatred and just like her. But I think by the end, he's going to be the one to unite them both, like Ghoul and humans together. It seems like Takatsuki kind of went down the wrong path, kind of like a Sasuke kind of thing, if you will. Not to compare these two because they're completely different, but you know what I mean. But tell me what you guys think. This has been jbDAuchiha. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.